and I can't quite put my finger on it. There's something there, you know?
So, was haben wir hier? Ist dieses Auto ein Mercedes-Benz oder eine Honda Civic? Was denkst du, Nathan?
Honda Civic. You know, you got people. It doesn't look like a Honda Civic. Okay, a little bit here, a little bit here. They didn't steal anything from Honda. This is Mercedes-Benz. That's Mercedes.
And enough with the bad German. I apologize.
So do I.
You know, I usually love German cars because I'm big and they're big and I fit like a glove in them. But this car, not enough headroom. How's it back there, Nathan?
Oh. I had to crane my head just to get back there. It's tight. It's better for kids.
Yeah, but honestly, we are two
gross Americans.
And this is a sports car, so maybe it should be tight.
Yeah, consider a convertible if you're big.
Boink, boink.
So much better than the wagon we just reviewed. In fact, if you want to look at that review, click up here.
And best of all, this car has 302 horsepower, which up here at elevation is a godsend. Our guesstimate at how fast it goes isn't very scientific, so what do you say?
You want to do 0 to 60 up
yeah,
here?
Let's find out.
3 disclaimers. This car is meant in snow tires, we're at high altitude, and you people seem to think that we each weigh 500 pounds. I weigh 250, he weighs 180.
Yeah, I weigh 180. All right, Nathan, I've got the accelerometer. You accelerate when ready. Here we go.
That's it.
Okay, go for it. Oh yeah. There we go. Almost there. Boom. Okay, let's see what the results say. Dieses Auto ist schnell, my friend. Let's see what the official results are. What do you think?
Me, 7 seconds.
All right, 0 to 60 according to the accelerometer is 6.59.
That's really, really good considering that at sea level this car does it in about 6 seconds. And we have small tires, and we have high altitude, and we have 2 really big fat guys in there. Pretty good.
That's right, because I weigh 450 and Nathan
560 easily.
Yeah, so at least 1,000 pounds between us. All right, Nathan, we are just past Lyons, Colorado, which means we're halfway to Estes Park. The road goes from being straight on the plains to twisty in the mountains. How does this car drive?
Remarkably well. I'm really impressed, and one of the reasons why the steering feel is so good, which is rare on Mercedes, is because Mercedes elected to omit electric power steering.
You know, Nathan, one of the things I love about this car is this huge panoramic roof. It seems like the manufacturers are now making these big glass roofs, and when you're in a car that's this claustrophobic, this really makes it feel like, well, like you're in a much bigger car.
Yeah, it's a really nice touch, and what's really cool is that this is one of the few panoramic roofs that you can hit a button and the top lifts and pulls back. It's cool.
Oh my gosh, Nathan, that is $1 million postcard view pulling into Estes Park. And there's a famous landmark here that people may be aware of.
Yeah, have you ever heard of the Stanley Steamer? Better yet, have you ever heard of Stephen King? That's right, Stephen King's The Shining, the one that was shot with Jack Nicholson, was shot at the Stanley Hotel, which was established by the Stanley Steamer family. And the Stanley Steamer was a car that was powered on steam. More importantly, it's one of the most haunted hotels in America. Very cool place.
All right, Nathan, I just switched the car to sport mode. Can you tell a difference?
Yeah, I can actually. It's not what I expected. I expected the suspension to really firm up and you know, jiggle my tush. Not quite. The steering feels a little tighter, and going around corners is a little less wallowing, but for the most part, it's a little bit more subtle than I anticipated, but it still works.
So as you can probably tell, with the Stanley Hotel over my right shoulder, we have made it to Estes Park, Colorado in our beautiful German sports luxury coupe. But there's one question, where is Nathan? I bet you know.
Here's Johnny.
I think Johnny fits, but all work and no play makes
Nathan a dull boy.
As always, this is Roman wishing you tschüss.
Nathan saying Wiedersehen.
For the Fast Lane Car, see you next time.
How you doing? Nathan Adlin with the Fast Lane Car. Let me ask you a question. What do you think is an alternative car? Well, I got one right here. It's the Stanley Steamer. It was built in 1906. It's got 10 horsepower, and it doesn't use gas. It doesn't use batteries. It doesn't use anything but water, coal, maybe wood, you know. And the interesting thing about this car, it's one of the most popular vehicles of its time. It was actually more popular at one point in time than gas.
Hey Nathan, how many trees to the mile?
I think you gotta chop down 6 trees for every mile.
Good, good. And how about speed? How fast could people back, 100 years ago, take this car?
It's actually not too bad, 45 miles per hour.
That's pretty crazy fast.
That's crazy fast back then. Look at the safety features.
Yeah, talk about a catastrophic failure. Isn't there a boiler there instead of an engine?
That is a boiler right down there.
Well, what happens when that thing goes?
Go Balooey.